So we're down in the basement, the Curse of Strahd Death House, and our party has started searching through this dark, musty basement. It's not even close to a finished basement. Dirt floors, stone walls, the occasional torch here and there, and maybe like an inch of water on the ground. Even it's gross. It's not good. So they search around a little bit and they come across these crypts. And well, that's interesting. And they find the crypt of the father. They find the crypt of the mother. They find they realize they didn't open those. I remember that. And they come across Rose and Thorn's crypts. And I got to say, I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't just jump to this conclusion that they needed to do as much, but they did. They'd brought the remains with them, so they just went ahead and laid Rose and Thorn's remains to rest. And of course, I got to give it to them. Graham and Agmond are now no longer possessed because the spirits are at ease and everything's okay. So that could have carried throughout the whole campaign. I don't know. I had a couple of things in my mind of what I was going to go, where I was going to go with that, and but that's okay. It's all right. You know, as a DM, we learn to carry on and not get too attached to anything. And they continue on searching the basement. And I believe they came through a kind of a little dining area. There's nothing too fancy, just a table, some cupboards set up. There was a larder sitting there that they didn't investigate. That, if you're familiar with Curse of Strahd, it's written that a Grick is hiding in the larder, and it would have ensued combat, but they didn't. They didn't find that. And they carry on. These guys are trying to kill me, I swear. They split the party again, and half of them go down this right hallway, and half of them go down this left hallway. And down the south hallway is the potential for not only a trap, but one of the more deadly encounters of this module. And one group has headed down there, and they come across some ghouls. And these ghouls rise out of the muck in the ground and just start sulking towards the party. And unfortunately, the way that we'd rolled it and the way I'd set it up, Rickman had actually been scouting ahead, and one ghoul was actually on either side of him and ready to attack. And at the same time, Chardon and I believe Berdrick were off investigating this other room they'd found down the west hallway, where they had found a large, like sleeping area with little individual cubbies with different beds and footlockers and whatnot. And they came across this room. Yeah, they'd just found this room and they'd started to investigate it when combat ensued in the other hallway, and they could hear the ghouls moaning, and combat had started. Because we'd rolled up initiative, and the druid Trixie actually had thrown down her entangle spell to try to make some crowd control out of this situation, because it was a little crazy in a tight area, and every single ghoul passes their saving throw. Unfortunately, no one gets locked down, and now the entire area that we're fighting in is difficult terrain. So this is going to be interesting. So combat continues on. And I believe Rickfin took a couple of hits, but they managed to get these ghouls down. And then by then, unfortunately, it was just about midnight. We had to call it short for the night. So, interesting to see what's going to come forward after this. I wonder if they're getting pretty close to some spooky things in this dark, dank basement. And guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you sticking with us. Comment below if there's anything else you want to hear about, anything you want to know about what they did that I didn't cover. Forgive me again. This is a recap way too long after the fact. Like and subscribe below if you like what you saw. Please tell people about Tef's Tavern. And thanks for watching.